Most people think passing a funded challenge means you either got lucky or you threw a lot of money at it and you finally passed one of your eval accounts. That is not what I recommend, and you're not going to get consistent payouts that way. I just passed a $25,000 funded challenge in 3 trades. I recorded the entire thing, not to flex, but because I see traders that I coach and other traders who blow prop firm funded challenges over and over and over. They're just blowing up accounts. If you're trading funded accounts without a clear process, the real risk isn't losing a trade. It's failing the challenge again, losing money again, even when the market gives you plenty of opportunities. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to pass a prop firm challenge, step by step. You'll see what works, what I didn't do, and how to avoid mistakes that stop most traders from ever getting funded. I'm not here to hype up my trades. This is just a realistic breakdown of what works in prop firm challenges today. Okay, so I went to Take Profit Trader. I created an account, I logged in, and I went ahead and I decided to buy an account, 25K account. I already knew the rules, already read up on the rules. I already knew that I had to make $1,500 before I lost $1,500. Of course, I'm going to use the promo code because it's cheaper. I have already read all the rules and terms and conditions, all that kind of stuff. Went ahead and entered my credit card. I've already taken prop firm challenges before. I just needed to set up Take Profit Trader with NinjaTrader, and I already had NinjaTrader charts set up. This is where most traders mess up because they hear that and think, cool, I'll just trade like normal and be careful, and not doing anything stupid that gets us disqualified. But they skip the most important step. So before I place a single trade, I want to show you exactly how I trade and why I bought the 25,000 prop firm challenge. So I did the math. I know my win rate. I know my risk to reward. I know my drawdown for the prop firm challenge. If I get those numbers wrong, the math doesn't work out. So that was step number 1. Okay, so now you understand the math and why it's important. I know my win rate. I know my risk to reward. I know exactly how much drawdown I can afford before the prop firm challenge stops me out, okay? But this next spot is where most traders mess it up. They got the math right, and then they assume their setup should work just fine. It'll take care of itself. Same strategies, same rules, should be fine, right? And suddenly it doesn't work the way they expected. When money is on the line, the pressure and tension are much higher, and there isn't a single person alive that has a 100% flawless execution 100% of the time. It's not even possible to have a 100% discipline and 100% flawless execution and be on all of the time and never make a single mistake. It's not even possible. So that's why the strategy has to account for the math, the emotional spikes, and human error. 95% of traders don't do anything about those last 2 factors. So I know my win rate. I know my strategy, but the prop firm challenge will eat me alive with all the psychological pressure they put on prop firm evaluations. So I adjusted my strategy. I adjusted my size. I adjusted other factors to accommodate for my win rate, my emotional spikes, and my human errors. So for the strategy, I don't do anything pre-market. I just look at what direction I think the market is going, and I wait for my setup. My setup is 5 candles in a row, all higher highs and higher lows, or lower highs and lower lows. That's it, just 5 in a row like that. When that happens, I wait for the setup, and I wait for the pullback, and I get in at 1-to-1 risk to reward. And then I set it, and I let it play out.
Order submitted.
I set my stop at 20 points, and I set my take profit to the next wick higher low on my left.
Order
Stop and
failed.
take profit have changed over time, of course, because the markets, they evolve, and sometimes they're more or less volatile. But that's currently what it is.
Order
In this trade,
failed.
there were 5 candles in a row. I waited for the slight pullback at the 21 EMA. I got in at a 1-to-1 risk reward, and I let it go. Win or lose, just let it go.
Target found.
I made $450 on the first trade with 10 micros, and I was lucky because the next trade showed up just a few moments later, and the candles were falling fast. I didn't want to get in with a bad risk to reward, so I measured and waited for the risk to reward to be at least 1 to 1, and then I got in. I knew ahead of time I had to size down on this trade because Take Profit Trader has a consistency rule of 50%. So in the prop firm challenge stage, I try to keep it at $750 a day or less. So I sized down to 5 micros on this trade.
Target found.
Right here actually is a previous trade. You can see the arrows where I got in and out real fast, and I just did that because the first NinjaTrader, Take Profit Trader, when they connect, and the very first trade that you take of the day, for some reason they lag, and sometimes it can lag like 2-3 seconds, and I don't want the trade to take off and then all of a sudden I'm left behind and get a bunch of slippage problems. So usually the very first trade, it's a nonsensical trade. I just get in and get out real fast, and I don't care to make anything on it. Just get in and get out real fast just to get over that glitch. Quickly setting up in the morning before the opening bell because the price moves really fast and I don't have time to look left and see where the price might go after the 5 candles in a row, 5 or more candles in a row. Here price was moving really fast, so I quickly put in my limit order, 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, and my take profit was a little bit. I only went 15 contracts on this one and got out early because of the. I made $740 on this trade, about $430 on the first trade, and about $300 on the second trade. I didn't even bother recording the next 3 days because after these 3 trades, I was already at the take profit goal. All I did was get in and out real quick the next 3 days to show that I traded 5 days during the prop firm challenge.
Target filled.
It looks too easy, right? Like I got lucky. But I actually think Take Profit Trader prop firm challenge is easier because they don't have an intra-trade drawdown. They have an end of day drawdown. When you do pass the prop firm challenge, they have an intra-trade drawdown, and that puts even more stress on the trader. So you have to remember, the part that most traders screw up is when there's more pressure, and they do that on purpose. They will put more pressure on. That's how they make money. So you have to remember, you have to accommodate for emotional spikes and accommodate for human error. That's why I sized way down for the first day after I passed the prop firm challenge. You can see in the screenshot here that I sized way down for my first day after. Now that I can win real money and emotions were a lot higher, and the excitement was a lot higher, so I only traded 1 to 2 contracts at a time instead of 10 plus contracts like the prop firm challenge. This way my personal emotions don't spike. They don't get triggered, and I don't get too greedy or too fearful when price goes up or down. If you want to see how you can stop blowing accounts, pass a prop firm challenge almost every time. I mean it. Accommodate for your strategy, accommodate for your emotional spikes, accommodate for human error and other things, a few other things. Comment below, subscribe below. You'll get notified when I post the next video. I can help you out. It usually takes a few days to do a video, but you'll get notified if you subscribe. All right, till next time.